to the music she makes right now. Here's Sean Marshall, Cat Power on the Wedge.
Visualize images when you're writing, or do you just write based on experience and write stories?
I guess it's probably images, because it's probably just like music, maybe just the language of communicating an exact idea of a feeling, because like when you try to talk about how you feel, you can't always get the right words. So I guess music is like the veil gets lifted and you can try to the things you see that you feel. It's weird. That's like, some shrinks call that objectifying your emotions by trying to say what you see in your mind. But if you're not real good with communicating, you might do that just because that's all you got.
Do you consider yourself a dreamer or a realist?
I guess that's the problem, because I guess it's both, pretty much. You know, the mixed messages you always get your whole life, like, you know, the parent who might have been a sort of liberal mentality, you know, pot smoker or something, but just like completely hypocritical at the same time, like politically not that way or something.
Were your parents like that, or are you just drawing an analogy?
Yeah, they're like that. I think a lot of people's parents, or my generation, like American people my generation or whatever, who had the same sort of upbringing, but maybe it's different because I'm from the South, I don't know. But maybe I'm making a huge generalization based on my own personal experiences. I feel like most artists or people who create music or, you know, writings or whatever, or paintings, it's all sort of like a natural thing that everybody could do if they wanted to do it. And of course it would come, you know, unless, like, I said this before once, but like, I read in the press here that I said it before, but like conceptual, someone who's very meticulous about what they want to project, you know, exactly what they, or whatever. I think a lot of art, or not art, whatever it is, the mess that we call art or something that we intellectualize is actually just not a mistake, but not really forethought about or something.
Yourself a spiritual person, because this album is a little more spiritual?
Spiritual, I think, is like normal. It's a normal warmth and communication that we don't really know how to speak, but I think we all like share it. And it's in my music. Is that what you asked? I don't know. I hope it is, but I think everyone hopes that an aspect of what they do in their life has something that is something good. Crystal clear eyes.
Tell me a little bit about the video for that particular song, because there's a real sense of humor to it, I find.
Yeah, it's probably there's a sense of humor because it's embarrassing. So, my hair is really out of control. I'm sorry. It's hard to know what's happening. Sense of humor, yeah, there's sense of humor because there's my friend was directing it. She was behind the camera, so every time the camera, the whole time was fun. Some girlfriends of mine were dancing, and the song is actually not that humorous though, but the video, I wanted it to be kind of just more kind of laid back and more fun. The song is about when I was in Africa. I went to Africa like not this January, but last January, and I met these kids one day, and they were homeless kids, and both sets of their parents had been killed by militiamen, and they lived in a township outside of Cape Town. And I was just like, they were just, you know, I was sort of asking them questions, and they're just, you know, telling me, you know, just like, yeah, they were shot in front of us and blah blah blah, and just like really sort of, they had this thing, you know, just like they had this sort of knowledge of reality that I don't think that the Western mentality really gets. Not that it's hard for me to describe. Like, it's just, anyway, this song's basically just wishing something or something, just about them. I don't know, freedom that, I mean, they're totally homeless, and like, they know like these rules and stuff, and certain time, like, just, it's really awful, you know? Here we go again, we see acoustic vision.
One thing, if you could hope that people would take away with them one thing after seeing you perform or listening to one of your albums, what do you hope that would be?
They feel good or something, instead of feeling like bad.
Why is that important to you?
Oh, you know. You don't like people feeling bad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The mill music scene is very, it's, you know, really fun to go out and see bands and have a good time and drink and see your friends and be social. You know, it's a time to relax and enjoy yourself and have fun. And I don't think that the music that I'm bringing on the stage is very, I don't think it's really fun, and like, yeah, I'm not sure of that. So I hope that they aren't upset that, you know, their time wasn't like as fun as they wanted it to be. I hope that they have fun and then have a good time instead of a bad time. You know what I mean?